Good afternoon. We've been talking about problems that different places have getting an adequate amount of water. Today, we're going to talk about ways to use water that seems undrinkable. That is, water that is not safe to drink. We'll look at how to do this in different environments and special tools that will be useful to you. That way, if you ever find yourself in an environment where you do not have a supply of safe drinking water, you will know exactly what to do. Because without water, there is a big risk of dehydration. That is, of losing the water in your body.
Excuse me, how do you spell dehydration?
Dehydration? That's D E H Y D R A T I O N. Now, as I was saying, you do not want the risk of dehydration, and there are things you can do to get safe, drinkable water in most environments. Let's start by talking about the ocean. Now, you've probably all heard that you cannot drink seawater, salt water from the ocean. In fact, people used to say that if you drink seawater, you will go mad, go crazy. And they were probably right. But let's say you are going to be at sea for some time, say on a boat trip. You can take along something called a desalter kit. That's spelled the way it sounds, D, E, salt, and E, R. You can use a desalter kit to remove the salt from seawater and then drink it. You hope you will never need to use it, but it's a good idea to take one with you. Another environment where you might think that water is scarce is the desert. While the desert is extremely dry and hot, there are actually quite a few places where you might be able to find drinkable water. If you find cactus plants, the ones you see in pictures of southwestern United States, you can get water from the plants, but you need to have the right tools. Cactus plants are really strong, so you need to use a machete, a large knife with a broad, heavy blade, to cut off the top of the cactus. Then you need to mash or squeeze the pulp, that is, crush the soft inside of the cactus until it is as soft as possible. When the pulp is really soft, you can put it in your mouth and squeeze out the juice. But be careful not to eat the pulp. Let's look at one more area. Extremely cold areas, such as the Arctic or Antarctic. People think if you are in areas where there is a lot of snow, you will have adequate water. But before eating ice or snow, you need to do two things. First, you need to melt it. If you do not melt ice, the cold temperature can lower your body temperature and you will get more dehydrated. That is, you will have even less water in your body than before. So make sure you have a portable stove to heat the water. You can get portable, easy-to-carry stoves from most camping goods stores. But it's not enough just to melt the snow or ice. The second thing you need to do is purify the water. That is, remove any dirt and other harmful things from it. If the ice or snow came from an area far away from large boats and industry, hopefully your water will be fine. But if the water is from an area where there is a lot of pollution, and if the pollution is really bad and the snow is gray, you need to use some water purification tablets before you drink the water. Again, you can get water purification tablets, tablets that help make dirty water clean and safe to drink, at most camping goods stores. So there are two steps. First, melt the ice, and then add the water purification tablets. Before we move on to the next part of this lecture, let's see if there are any questions.